Bless Adonai, the Blessed One. Blessed is Adonai, the Blessed One, for all eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, King of the universe, who selected us from all peoples and gave us his Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai, giver of the Torah. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, When an ox or a sheep or a goat is born, it will remain under its mother for 7 days, and from the 8th day on it is acceptable for a fire offering to Adonai. But an ox or a sheep or a goat, you may not slaughter it and its offspring on the same day when you slaughter a feast thanks of giving offering to Adonai. You shall slaughter it to gain favor for yourselves. It must be eaten on that same day. You shall not leave any of it until morning. I am Adonai. You shall observe my commandments and perform them. I am Adonai. You shall not desecrate my holy name. Rather, I should be sanctified among the children of Israel. I am Adonai, who sanctifies you, who took you out of the land of Egypt to be a God unto you. I am Adonai. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, Adonai has appointed festivals that you are to designate as holy convocations. These are my appointed festivals. For 6 days labor may be done, and the seventh day is a day of complete rest, a holy convocation. You shall not do any work. It is a Sabbath for Adonai in all your dwelling places. These are the appointed festivals of Adonai, the holy convocations, which you shall designate in the appropriate time. In the first month of the 14th of a month in the afternoon is the time of the Passover Pesach offering to Adonai, and on the 15th day of this month is the festival of Matzot to Adonai. You shall eat Matzot for a 7-day period. On the first day there shall be a holy convocation for you. You shall do no laborious work. You shall bring a fire offering to Adonai for a 7-day period. On the seventh day it shall be a holy convocation. It shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no laborious work. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, When ye shall enter the land that I give you, and you reap its harvest, you shall bring an omer from your first harvest to the Kohen. You shall wave the omer before Adonai to gain favor for you. On the morrow of the rest day, the Kohen shall wave it. On the day you wave the omer, you shall perform the service of an unblemished lamb in its first year as a burnt offering to Adonai. Its meal offering shall be 2/10 ephah of fine flour mixed with oil, a fire offering to Adonai, a satisfying aroma, and its libation shall be wine, a quarter hin. You shall not eat bread or roasted kernels or plumped kernels until this very day, until you bring the offering of your God. It is an eternal decree for your generations in all your dwelling places. You shall count for yourselves from the morrow of the rest day, from the day when you bring the omer of the waving, 7 weeks they shall be complete. Until the morrow of the 7th week you shall count 50 days, and you shall offer a new meal offering to Adonai. From your dwelling places you shall bring bread that shall be waved, 2 loaves made of 2/10 ephah, they shall be fine flour, they shall be baked leaven, fire offerings to Adonai. With the bread you shall offer 7 unblemished lambs in their first year, 1 young bull, and 2 rams, they shall be a burnt offering to Adonai. With their meal offering and their libations, a fire offering, a satisfying aroma to Adonai. You shall make 1 he-goat as a sin offering, and 2 lambs in the first year as a feast peace offerings. The Kohen shall wave them upon the first offering breads as a wave service before Adonai. Upon the 2 sheep they shall be holy, for Adonai and for the Kohen. You shall convoke on this very day, there shall be a holy convocation for yourselves. You shall do no laborious work. It is an eternal decree in your dwelling places for your generations. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not remove completely the corners of your field as you reap, and you shall not gather the gleanings of your harvest. For the poor and the proselyte shall you leave them. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, on the 1st of the month, there shall be a rest day for you, a remembrance with shofar blasts, a holy convocation. You shall not do any laborious work, and you shall offer a fire offering to Adonai. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, But on the 10th day of this 7th month, it is the day of atonement. There shall be a holy convocation for you, and you shall afflict yourselves. You shall offer a fire offering to Adonai. You shall not do any work on this very day, for it is the day of atonement to provide you atonement before Adonai your God. For any soul who will not be afflicted on this very day will be cut off from its people, and any soul who will do any work on this very day, I will destroy that soul from among its people. You shall not do any work. It is an eternal decree throughout your generations in all your dwelling places. It is a day of complete rest for you, and you shall afflict yourselves on the 9th of the month in the evening. From evening to evening shall you rest on your rest day. Hashem spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, On the 15th day of this month is the festival of Sukkot, a 7th-day period for Adonai. On the first day is a holy convocation. You shall not do any laborious work. For a 7-day period you shall offer a fire offering to Adonai. On the 8th day there shall be a holy convocation for you, and you shall offer a fire offering to Adonai. It is an assembly. You shall not do any laborious work. These are the appointed festivals of Adonai, that you shall proclaim as holy convocations, to offer a fire offering to Adonai, a burnt offering and its meal offering, a feast offering and its libation. Each day is its requirement on its day. Aside from Adonai's Sabbaths, and aside from your gifts, aside from all your vows, and aside from your freewill offerings, which you will present to Adonai, but on the 15th day of the 7th month, when you gather in the crop of the land, you shall celebrate Adonai's festival for a 7-day period. The first day is a rest day, and the 8th day is a rest day. You shall take for yourselves on the first day the fruit of a citron tree, the branches of date palms, twigs of a plaited tree, and brook willows, and you shall rejoice before Adonai your God for 7-day period. You shall celebrate it as a festival for Adonai, a 7-day period in the year, an eternal decree for your generations. In the 7th month shall you celebrate it. You shall dwell in booths for a 7-day period. Every native in Israel shall dwell in booths, so that your generations will know that I caused the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I took them from the land of Egypt. I am Adonai your God. And Moses declared the appointed festivals of Adonai to the children of Israel. Mafti reading. On the 15th day of the 7th month there shall be a holy convocation for you. You shall not do no laborious work. You shall celebrate a festival to Adonai for a 7-day period. You shall offer a burnt offering, a fire offering, a satisfying aroma to Adonai, 13 young bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs in their first year. They shall be unblemished, and then meal offering, fine flour mixed with oil, their 10th ephah for each bull of the 13 bulls, 2/10 ephah for each ram of the 2 rams, and 1/10 ephah for each lamb of the 14 lambs, 1 male of the goats for a sin offering, aside for a continual burnt offering of its meal offering and its libation. And on the 2nd day, 12 young bulls, 2 rams, 13 male lambs within their first year, unblemished, and their meal offering and their libations for the bulls, the rams, and the lambs in their proper numbers as required. 1 meal of the goats for a sin offering, aside from the continual burnt offering, its meal offering, and their libations. On the third day, 11 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs within their first year, unblemished, and their meal offering and their libations for the bulls, the rams, and the lambs in their proper numbers as required. 1 he-goat for a sin offering, aside from the continual burnt offering, its meal offering and its libation. And the 14th day, 10 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs within their first year, unblemished, and their meal offering and their libations, for the bulls, the rams, and the lambs in their proper numbers, as required. 1 male for goats for a sin offering, aside from the continual burnt offering, its meal offering, and its libation. On the 5th day, 9 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs within their first year, unblemished, and their meal offering and their libations, for the bulls, the rams, and the lambs in their proper numbers, as required. 1 he-goat for a sin offering, aside from the continual burnt offering, its meal offering and its libation. And on the 6th day, 8 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs within their first year, unblemished, and their meal offering and their libations. For the bulls, the rams, and the lambs in their proper numbers, as required. 1 he-goat for a sin offering, aside from the continual burnt offering, its meal offering and its libations. And on the 7th day, 7 bulls, 2 rams, 14 lambs within their first year, unblemished, and their meal offering and their libations, for the bulls, the rams, and the lambs, and in their proper numbers, in their requirements. 1 he-goat for sin offering, aside from the continual burnt offering, its meal offering and its libation. The 8th day shall be a restriction for you. You shall not do any laborious work. You shall offer a burnt offering, a fire offering, a satisfying aroma to Adonai. 1 bull, 1 ram, 7 lambs within their first year, unblemished. The meal offering and libations for the bull, the ram, and the lamb shall be in their proper numbers as required. 1 he-goat for a sin offering, aside from the continual burnt offering, its meal offering, and its libation. These are what you shall make for Adonai on your appointed festivals, aside from your vows and your freewill offerings, for your burnt offerings, your meal offerings, your libations, and your peace offerings. Moses said to the children of Israel according to everything that Adonai had commanded Moses. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, King of the universe, who gave us the Torah of truth and implanted eternal life within us. Blessed are you, Adonai, giver of the Torah. End of the Torah reading. Lesson for the Haftorah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, King of the universe, who has chosen good prophets and was pleased with their words that were uttered with truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, who chooses the Torah, Moses his servant, Israel his nation, and the prophets of truth and righteousness. Behold, the day is coming for Adonai, when your spoils will be divided up in your midst. I will gather all the nations to Jerusalem for the war. The city will be captured, the houses will be pillaged, and the women will be violated. Half of the city will go out into exile, but the rest of the city will not be eliminated from the city. Adonai will go out and wage war with those nations, as he waged war on the day of battle. His feet will stand on that day on the Mount of Olives, which faces Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives will split open at its middle, east to west, forming a very wide valley. Half of the mountain will move to the north and half of it to the south, and you will flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains will reach to Azal, and you will flee as you fled from the earthquake that was in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah. And Adonai, my God, will come all of his holy ones will be with you. It will be on that day the light will not be either very bright or very dim. It will be a unique day. It will be known as Adonai's Day, neither day nor night, but it will happen towards evening time that there will be light. It shall be on that day spring water will flow out of Jerusalem. Half of it will flow to the eastern sea, and half of it to the western sea. This will be in summer and in winter. Adonai will be the king over all the land. On that day, Adonai will be one and his name will be one. The entire land will change to a plain, from Geba to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem will become lofty and will be settled in its place, from the gate of Benjamin to the place of the first gate, to be to the corner gate, and from the tower of Hananel up to the king's winery. People will live in it, and there will be no more devastation, and Jerusalem will settle in security. This will be the plague with which Adonai will strike all the peoples that have organized against Jerusalem. Each one's flesh will melt away while he is standing on his feet. Each one's eyes will melt away in their sockets, and each one's tongue will melt away in their mouths. It shall be on that day that there will be a great panic of Adonai among them. Each one will grab the hand of his fellow, and his hand will be raised against the hand of his fellow. Also, Judah will wage war against Jerusalem, and the wealth of the nations all around will be gathered, gold, silver, and garments in great abundance. And similarly will be the plague of the horse, the mule, the camel, and the donkey, all the animals that will be in those camps, just like this plague. It shall be that all who are left over from all the nations who had invaded Jerusalem will come up every year to worship the King Adonai, Master of Legions, and to celebrate the festival of Sukkot. And it shall be that whichever of the families of the land does not go up to Jerusalem to bow down before the King Adonai, Master of Legions, there will be no rain upon them. But if it is the family of Egypt that does not go up and does not come to Jerusalem, there will be no water for them. The same plague will come to pass with which Adonai will strike the nations that do not go up to celebrate the festival of Sukkot. This will be the punishment of the Egyptians and the punishment of all the nations that will not go up to celebrate the festival of Sukkot. On that day will be written on the horses' bells, Holy unto Adonai, and the pots in the temple of Adonai will be as numerous as the bowls before the altar. And it will happen that every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah will be holy unto Adonai, Master of Legions. All those who sacrifice will come and take from them and cook in them, and there will be no longer be any merchants in the temple of Adonai, Master of Legions. On that day, Adonai be praised. Adonai be praised. Ending of the Haftorah readings. The blessings. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, King of the universe, Rock of all eternities, righteous in all generations, the trustworthy God, who says and does, who speaks and fulfills, all whose words are true and righteous. Trustworthy are you, Adonai our God, and trustworthy are your words. Not one of your words is turned back to its origin unfulfilled. For you are God, trustworthy and compassionate King. Blessed are you, Adonai, the King, the God, who is trustworthy in all his words. Have mercy on Zion, for it is the source of our life. To the one who is deeply humiliated, bring salvation speedily in our days. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gladdens Zion through her children. Gladden us, Adonai, our God, with Eliyahu, the prophet, your servant, and with the kingdom of the house of David, your anointed. May he come speedily and cause our heart to exult. On his throne let no stranger sit, nor let others continue to inherit his honor. For by your holy name You swore to him that his lamp will not be extinguished forever and ever. Blessed are you, Adonai, shield of David. For the Torah reading, for the prayer service, for the reading from the prophets, and for this festival of Sukkot, that you, Adonai, our God, have given us, for holiness and contentment, for gladness and joy, for glory and splendor. For all this, Adonai, our God, we gratefully thank you and bless you. May your name be blessed by the mouth of all the living, always for all eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who sanctifies the Sabbath, Israel, and the festival season.